Hello, 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 Crossroads witches and other interesting magical beings. I know it's been a minute, as I've not been putting out a lot of content and things like that. I have sort of stepped back off social media and been focusing on some real world, not real world, that's a bad phraseology, but here in my physical world and everything. But I thought I'd give you all a wonderful peek into what I am doing right now. I'm getting ready to go to Salem, Massachusetts for the first time. I have, as you can all see, I am currently feeding the purple in my hair. And I was sitting here, I thought, I'm gonna share some nice things that's going on for real in my world and that I'm really excited for. I'm gonna flip the camera. I typically don't even get into the fact you always see me this way. You don't see what's on the other side of this camera. I am actually sitting in my boudoir, a very fancy French word for a closet big enough you can sit in. It is a dressing room style closet. I have wardrobes over to the side that have all my clothes in it. And I also have a couple of pretty pieces because I have been, I'm not going to say I'm a goth type, but I have a very well curated, witchy, magical, gothy type wardrobe. And have spent many, many years. I'm a bit of a fashion witch. Y'all know I love a good lipstick, all right? That's what I'm going to start it out with, keeping it real, and over the course of this video, I'm going to be showing you the different outfits that I'm wearing to different activities, events, because I'll be at the Salem Witch Fest, Salem Witch and Folklore Fest, hosted by Matthew Venus in Salem, Massachusetts. And I'm really excited because I'm getting to go with several members of the House of Witchcraft. I'm going just as a participant. I'm going to take part. I want to listen to some of these different presenters. Matthew has curated a really great list of folks, and it's about, keeping up, listening to other folks. You're always learning, even though I am the founder of a tradition and I have, my coven organization, the house, around me. I don't want to get lost in my own echo bubble. I don't want to just hear folks that come filter through the House of Witchcraft. I want to hear what's going on in the community at large. And so with all of this in mind, I decided that I was going to go up. Several of the members of the house said, we want to go too. So we all got our tickets. So now I'm going to flip the camera and I'm going to show you what's on the other side, and which right now is a bit of an explosion, just so y'all know. Typically it's nice and neat, but right now I am packing, getting ready for the final wave of packing my clothes, and I'm going to show you my piece de la resistance, my ultimate beautiful outfit that I'm wearing to the Witches' Ball on Saturday night. It is the last thing that's going in. And so let's flip this. All right. You get to see, yes, this is my wardrobe. There is my light camera I use at night, but this is my wardrobe. This is my glam station. This is my suitcase that I'm trying to figure out how to put those pieces. This is another part of my wardrobe. Here's my other suitcase. I'm trying to make sure I just take my carry-on and then my backpack. Here is the Decelli. The reason I'm calling it a Decelli is because it is an actual French designer. It is a two-piece outfit here, let me see if I can give y'all a better view. Give me 1 second here, y'all. Odds are I ain't gonna edit this. We'll just talk about it later. But there we can get that out of there. All right, there we can sort of see the Decelli. The Decelli is actually a coat. It is just beautiful. A skirt. And then, as you can see, miles of tulle underneath. I typically, and the way I wear it is closed with a corset style belt. I don't get to wear it very often, because I mean, where are you going where it's you're gonna wear? Yeah, there's the tulle. Woo. And which is just terrible as far as the amount of space in which is going into my suitcase, which is, all right, that's the current dilemma, is the Decelli, this, and trying to, yeah, I'm bringing some Hydra mask for later in the evening to put on my face. Self-care. So, trying to get the rest of that in. I just packed up my makeup, so I'm happy. Picked out some beautiful pieces of jewelry. This, I'm really excited. That's the necklace, and I have some matching earrings to it. I have some bone earrings, and of course some skull earrings. And that's got to get packed. And then I just pulled my outfit I'm wearing on the airplane. And so I am in the thralls of the last little bit because I fly out tomorrow morning. These are some other pieces that I started with and then I started trying to edit. My initial idea was to pack as light as possible. Ha ha, funny. I think I'm bringing like 5 different pairs of shoes. But one of our members, Zira, went through and gave us a list of our social calendar because it's got some wonderful events going on. We have, workshops during the day, and I love the way they did the schedule because like first classes start at 10 a.m. and which is so right on my timeline. And then I went through and figured out different activities, and the idea was that I'm just going to wear or just pack that outfit to that activity. And in the process, I've still ended up with 2 suitcases. And going back over that list and then being like, well, what if I feel like this? So I did bring a couple of little extras, I think, but at the same time, some of my stuff is just freaking bulky because, like you saw at the Decelli, I also have 2 other large pieces that are coming with me, and I can't wait to show them to you. And makeup, hair, all the looks. The next time I see you, I will be in Salem, and I will be revealing my first look. I'm so excited, witches. Alright, witches and other interesting magical beings, I am so sorry that I did not get footage yesterday. I hope you enjoyed the pictures, the outfit that I was wearing. Today's outfit. I just laid it out on the bed here and getting the final pieces of it together and having fun. On a side note, the Salem Witch Fest conference that we're at We went on the dinner cruise we went to the dinner at the library in the hotel, and then we went on a cruise last night and got to meet some of the presenters, got to meet some of the other attendees, got to meet the people that are organizing, and it has been so amazing. This is a smaller conference. It's more academic. I hate to say the word advanced, but it really is. And the people that are coming in to speak, to present topics, I mean, they're, on the top of their game. It's, not so much about, their latest book coming out per se, but actually their body of work, how they, they're walking the walk. And so I'm really, really excited for today. It's a little overcast and rainy here in Salem, and had to do a little outfit switching, and that's what I was figuring this one out. This is an outfit I don't get to wear very often. Again, that was what this whole, for me, where I was like, I'm gonna have fun. I'm gonna pull all those cool pieces that I keep saying, oh, it's for a party, it's for something special. When is something special? And I decided for me, something special was this trip and having fun. And I wore my teal coat last night. Like I said, I did get a couple pictures that on it. Absolutely a beautiful piece. I got so many compliments on it. It made me feel so good. I'm like, why don't I wear this more often? But, you just don't wear some things to the grocery store and to the feed store and out at the barn. So when you do get these opportunities to play dress up, to put on the lipstick, to, be a little extra, I think we really need to do it, especially in today's world right now. Because I know we got a lot of shit going on. I am not oblivious to what's going on around us at all. And I'm, a quiet advocate in the background of more optimistic that the pendulum's going to swing. I believe that. I believe we have a mess to clean up when it's swinging. And that right now, we need to make sure that we're showing kindness and not be part of the division, the divisive, the rhetoric, yeah. Don't be part of that. Let's be part of the kindness and everything. And so, I'm gonna go get dressed, do my makeup, let them take a couple pictures of me, and so here they are. Hello. This is like the back side of the video. I've shown you all some pictures of some of our fashions, some of the pictures we took. I came here to the conference with some beautiful outfits, wanting to share that with y'all. And instead, the conference ended up becoming very meaningful for me I met some amazing folks. I met the next generation of practitioners, and a lot of it just ought not be filmed. And that's where I understand with the, what do we put, oops, y'all, sorry. What do we put on social media? What do we put on the internet versus what do we keep in the moment? What do we keep real? What with, I hate to say real, that's not the right phraseology. But what do we keep in the moment that we're experiencing? And it's not manufactured and it's authentic. And that's what happened to me. This conference was that I met some amazing people. I reaffirmed bonds with other people. I've got some pictures that I've put in through this video. But the conference itself doesn't encourage photography, and I absolutely respect that. So much of our relationships, so much of our magic, so much of our community isn't an Instagram screenshot. It's folks in which are talking with each other, sitting in a group, folks in which are part of traditions, in which are generations in the making. I mean, the House of Witchcraft itself, you know, we have over 100 years of lineage that's well known and recognized. And to sit in space with people who understand that, who get it, who aren't part of the neo-pagan, who aren't part of the Llewellyn Wattage publish group, but real practitioners doing the work, real practitioners walking the walk. And I was out earlier this evening and I had a moment where I was standing around and I thought, this would be really cool to make a video of for all of y'all to see the vibrance of our community. And at the same time, I realized, yeah, this ought not be videoed. This ought not. It's for folks that are standing in that space sharing energy with each other. And so I encourage all of you to get involved in our community more than ever. Right now, with the world going to shit in a handbasket, and people like, what do I do? What do I do? Lean into whatever community you're leaning into. You know, because as goes the Magick community, we are the spearhead of humanity. And the message that I got this overall conference with everything going on, and these are some really smart people. These are like academics. These are peer-reviewed. These are people who write dissertations. Was for us that are like, what do I do? What do I do? I'm not a first-line responder. I'm not going to stand out there with a protest sign. Where do I fit into it? And we fit into it with being kind. Kindness. And I know that you're like, wait, that's it? No, that's not, that's it. That's everything. And it is about being kind. It is about when you're out and about saying thank you, looking at the cashier in their eyes for like looking at them and saying thank you. Kindness, and this goes back to my own high priestess, and she would talk a lot about cookie magic, that the most powerful magic we can do is cookie magic, meaning that there's something about fresh baked cookies, meaning there's something about handing people a plate of cookies, meaning that it's about kindness. And that I go back to what my high priestess has taught me and the way I see the world going. And after spending, a week at this conference, and again with some of our really esteemed peers and elders that are here at the Salem Witchcraft and Folklore Festival. Kindness. Kindness. It's about giving each other grace, giving each other a moment, not so quick to jump down someone's throat, but that, grace, kindness, dignity, honor, reverence, respect, all these little words that we say out loud, but actually putting them into practice is what we need to do right now. And I'm well aware, in America, it's going to shit in a handbasket. But I'm also part of the group that believes that we'll survive. And we're going to survive with kindness. And so that's how I want to end this video. What started out as a fashion video and me just, putting on some fun outfits because there was a great social calendar, y'all. I mean, I do have to give it up to the social calendar. I had so much fun. And tonight we had the cabaret, the Black Cat Cabaret. And I had all my fancies up and I was having fun, looking hot. But some of the conversations I had were very meaningful, very in-depth with our elders, our esteemed peers. They're aware. They get it. And they're looking at the America that they grew up in and understanding it ain't the America they grew up in. And that now we have an opportunity to make it better, and that we've got to ride this wave of crap. But through all of that will come the opportunity to rebuild, reorganize, restructure, reimagine, revision what's next. And that we've all got to have faith. And in the community, the Magick community at large, it's up for us to show kindness. And people are like, I need something big. And I'm like, no, that's big enough. That's big enough. And with that said, witches, I hope you enjoyed my very discombobulated video. And ending up with me sitting here in our short-term rental. It's a cute little place. Thinking about it, because tomorrow I fly out. I fly back home to Charleston. I've enjoyed Salem, Massachusetts. It's my first time here. I got nothing but nice things to say. I think it's like what Diagon Alley for witches is. Yes, I'm that hip. I'm using a Harry Potter reference. Very much commercialized, very much consumerism, very much aesthetic base. But underneath that, there's a heartbeat of magic. This is the modern witch's place. No, it doesn't carry the historic magic of America. But what it does carry is the modern witches, the modern magic folk of America. And it needs to be appreciated as such. And of course, I'm going to give a shout out to Matthew Venus and the Salem Witchcraft and Folklore Festival. If you get a chance, if you have the opportunity, I cannot recommend it enough. And I'll be doing a separate video on shit. I had a lot of fun here. It's a great, great conference, gathering, whatever you want to call it. It's a great opportunity with some really good folk coming together, and the way the gathering conference is set up is that you do get to chit chat with each other. You get to talk with the different presenters. They're all very approachable. They're all wonderful people. Again, I cannot recommend this enough. And so with that said, witches, it's late here. I just did the whole take your makeup off, and I'm getting ready to crash because I've got an early flight back down to Charleston. And of course, I'm so grateful to all of you who watch my content. Hit the subscribe, hit the like, leave a comment, all that BS. Yes, it helps, all right? You know, because I do run the House of Witchcraft as close to a non-profit as possible. I often tell people witchcraft is my passion, not my profession. At the same time, I'm just trying to keep all of this going so it, you know, it's paying for itself. So, with that said, witches, get out there, fly those brooms, have a bright, blessed day, and as always, amen, blessed be, ashe, and a bobo.